We have been off for 2 weeks with the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League, and now we are back to start the second half of the season right here at the Andromeda Nazionale Monza. And with that horrible Italian pronunciation, I will introduce Lexi, my co-host for tonight.
Buongiorno.
Oh, buongiorno. Very good. All right, so if I sound like Valentino Rossi, is because I always watch his interviews afterwards. So here we are, and we're going to go real quick into how everyone stacked up this week. So we have a Tennessee Region SCCA front row with Olivier Bellinger is with a 146.7, followed by Michael Cochran, 0.6 back. Right after that is Friends Motorsport, Zach Holden, followed by MSCC fast guy Jesse Olson. Fifth place, ZP Motorsports, is Daniel Ciro, and Matt Carroll is in sixth. Vincent Cernuto in seventh. Kevin Medina putting in a great time for MSCC in eighth. Ninth is new guy JP Southern. 10th is Justin Hall, the first fast guys for the Shut Up and Drive It. Ryan Flannery is in 11th. Tom Jessen is in 12th and ever picking up speed. Andy Gaterick is in 13th. Brad, who hasn't changed his name from last season, Old Dirty Brad, first time we're having him back. We'll talk about that in a little bit. In 14th. John Stuplich in 15th. Michael Day in 16th. Dean Dibdahl towards the back of the pack, unfortunately. Not where we're used to seeing him in 17th. Matt Montalvo in 18th. Michael Cabrera, Banana Man in 19th. Craig Klein in 20th. And we have a lot more. Whoa, what happened? Don't ask me what happened. I'll explain this all a little bit later. Followed by Justin Barrera in 21st, Chris Wells in 22nd, Robert Elder, Eric Lightsey, and Zane Plumby not taking any time towards the back of the pack. So we are just started gridding, so we're going to go ahead and bring up our race info and track map. And go ahead, Lex.
You can finish.
Nope, I'm trying to hit all these buttons.
Okay, so it seems I've got some extra gas because they are on a move really fast.
They are.
Oh my goodness, it looks like that the thingamajig monkey got a haircut.
The sloth?
Yeah. He looks like...
What does he look like?
He looks like he's like planning something in his head to rob someone. He's He's cray-cray.
All right, so the cars are gridding in and on their warm-up part, not really a warm-up lap, but they're getting ready to go to the start-finish line as they go through the back area here before the last curve, which around lap 10, we will do a ride-along, which Lexi will pick a driver, and she will try to pronounce the names in English that are written in Italian on our track map. So as the two Tennessee teammates in the matching BMW M4 GT3s come up to the start-finish line, they will be waiting for someone to start or the green flag, and they're getting everybody through the curve, which is really nice, and just waiting for any second now. You'll see Ollie go ahead and punch it. He's waiting a really long time because there he goes. So everyone is out. So they are fanning out 3, 4. Sometimes it looks like they're trying to go 5 wide, which is not going to work out for the toughest corner in all of GT3 and motorsports racing itself. Is the first curve coming in through here, which is bends back upon itself. There we go. It goes in and goes out. So far, so good. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, there goes Daniel Sear around, and looks like Kevin Medina was trying to push this through. Oh, there's melee everywhere. Daniel's going the wrong way. I think he's just trying to get off the track right now as the rest of the field gets through.
2 seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wait, what is those little things? What are those things? 5 points? 5 seconds?
Yeah, 2 seconds for the big ones? I'm not sure. But
not like the big cones, but like the sign things?
Yeah, I think maybe about 5 seconds. They are kind of big. So here are the Tennessee BMWs right up front, followed closely by Zach Holden, third, Jesse Olson in fourth, and Justin Hall is in fifth place.
I really want to tell everyone who the person I'm going to ride with, but I think it's way too early.
Yep, it is too early. All right, so as we're going through, they're going through the first section of S's on the backside through Ascari in there. Oh, I shouldn't have said the name, so I don't want you to.
What's the scar? Where's the scar?
Oh, somebody goes way off. That was Zach Holden in the Porsche 911. He went about 3 miles wide to get back on track to try to keep that Porsche under control. I am surprised he was able to keep that thing on cold tires as well. So as they're going through the last corner for the first time, right through here, and looks like they're pulling away a little bit of gap between Ollie and Michael, and I'm sure that they're going to be working together and drafting as partners to try to make a gap, which they have put a 1 second gap on Zach Holden. So there's Ollie with the 154.9 for the fastest lap, and I would imagine that is definitely going to come down as they started so late past the start finish line. They weren't at full speed. So Andrew Gaterick looks like he lost a spot there to JP through the back, but you can see there is all sorts of mess. So side by side through the first corner, that is just a bad place to go. But there goes Andrew, who is fighting back to get that position, and he is back in the McLaren again, so he was able to get his spot back for 6th place. A little further back in the field, just to say hi to everybody, there's Matt Carroll in the Friends Motorsports 911. You put a new livery on that, looks really good and shiny. Oh, that's a great shot right through there. As you see all the cars go through with Justin Barrera in the background. There he is right there, leading through, and looks like Matt Montalvo just got through Eric Lightsey through that last section through the braking zone, as Eric is made up 7 spots already. So he is a master of the start. I don't know how he does it. I think he has like a rotator propeller or something on the top of his car, and he flies over like the first 5 or 6 cars that's in the way. Towards the back, though, we still got Chris Wells right back there. There he is, getting hampered and hindered by Zane Plumley, and right after that there goes Michael Day. So some of the guys that got caught up in that first corner accident, Michael Day, Dean Dibdall, Banana Man, John, all those guys are going to be making up some time. So hopefully they didn't have to go back to the pit. So let's go back up front with Ollie as they're finishing out the last corner again. Let's see what kind of fast lap he's going to throw in now that the tires are all warmed up.
Hi.
Hi. I'm giving you the old elbow so you could talk for a little bit.
Okay, you're gonna play with Bobby Rickey.
Okay.
Oh, fastest time.
Yep. Who is it?
Justin Smell.
No, Justin doesn't smell. It's Justin Hall. That's my fault. I forgot to change his name back to Justin Hall from the fight he was having with the other Justin Hall that comes in. So my apologies to Justin. You do not smell.
I mixed up my smells and smells.
Yes, you definitely did. So if while we have a quick second here, watching the 2 front runners go through, chased by Zach and Jesse and Justin, if you notice that some of the size of the overlays and some things look a little different. Went to record this a few days ago, and there was an update through the SDK software, and it was a huge update, and it was basically starting from scratch. And if you've ever written any type of code to make all this work and interact with iRacing and the replays and live action, it's a few pages, I don't know, probably like 10 pages typed out of code to make all these things work together and with the right colors and the layout, the size. So if something looks a little different, looks a little off, drop me a line, let me know below if it looks good, bad, whatnot. But we're definitely still working on that to get it looking just a little bit cleaner and better like it used to be.
You play with Bobby Rickey, and I would like to commentate.
Okay, commentate a little bit and then give out some points and then commentate some more.
Okay, so first we are with Olivier Bellinger.
Yeah, you got it.
And he is in, hold on, don't tell me. He's in a Lamborghini?
Close. A BMW. Let's see if I can get the type of car. How about that?
Sure.
Ta-da! Does that help you?
Yes.
At least you can read the little B, the M, and the W. If your eyes are real good, you can see what the 3rd place car is because it says Porsche on the top of the crest.
Where? Where is it?
Right up there. All right, so we're going to get back and focus here on Jesse Olsen in the Lamborghini as he is giving chase now. I mean, obviously there's another 16 laps to go, and Jesse is going to be buying his time. So he's probably fuel saving, keeping up with the guys here just to keep them nice in line to see how that they're going, to make sure that they're, he's not going to let them get too far away.
The car just like flipped from one side to another.
I know, that was going through the chicane right there. So Jesse is the primo curb hopper. No doubt about that, as the guys swing it out a little bit wide. So with the way that iRacing has changed some of their track limits, you can go far out onto the track in some of these areas where that fake green area is, but if you go too far, it'll actually hit you with the 1X. So they moved that out a little bit, but not quite as much as we would like to. But we're happy with what they did.
It's point time.
Yeah, what kind of point time?
It's the time where I give out points.
Well, I know that, but what's the points?
The points are...
She's counting. Whoa, who was that? Oh, Zach Holden goes off. He loses it in a Scari. I'm sorry, the Parabolica. He loses it there, and that moves Jesse up to third place and still within a second of Ollie. So he is right where he wants to be right now with 15 laps to go.
21,000.
21,000 points.
Also, today is the day that the purse, you put all your points in the mailbox, and then they get thrown out. Because, or they go in your giant boxes so that your notebook doesn't get so full.
That is a lot.
21,000?
Yes, that is a lot.
What if I double that? What is that?
42,000.
42,000 points.
All right, you can see these guys, Andy and Vincent here, going through and side by side through a lot of this. If you noticed, or if you haven't noticed, but the Ferrari that Vincent is driving and some of the other drivers looks a little different. So during our 2-week break, iRacing did a full update of the 488 GT3 and did it to 2020 GT3 spec, and it's a brand new car, and the Ferrari that we were using was sent down to the legacy ranks of iRacing. So we have a brand new Ferrari, and some of the guys are trying it out and doing well.
Am I talking too much?
No, not at all.
So and I forgot what I was going to
Look who it is.
Chicken legs.
It's chicken legs. As you see,
I
Justin Barrera through the windshield of Eric, he's got some damage on the front of that Porsche.
I really want to tell you who I'm going to go with.
Well, you got 4 laps. You sure you want to say it now? What happens if they wreck and then you give them commentator's curse?
I love that.
But everyone's crossing their finger and goes, please don't pick me, please don't pick me.
I like when that happens.
I know, but don't you feel bad that we focused on it?
What? We focused?
Yep.
Focused on what?
Yep. So there's Matt Montalvo who's weaving back and forth, now defending on the inside, going into turn 1, is heavy into the braking zone, and it looks like Justin held on the brakes a little bit longer, so he was able to get a clean line through there. So what's interesting about Monza this particular week is last week was Formula 1 that was there, and if anybody watched Formula 1, even if they didn't watch the race, they probably watched the replay between the Hamilton and oh goodness, I can't believe it's dropping my mind right now. Anyway, the first 2 drivers took each other out going into that corner because of just not giving enough space and not really, they threw each other's race away. So at least it qualified and went out. So it's just, sorry I forgot the names. I mean, there's so much going on. If you could just see the 9 million buttons that I have over here to pick and choose from to help this thing, keep moving and wrangle an 8-year-old. So anybody's welcome to come try it.
Almost 9.
Okay, almost 9. You're right. How many more months?
2.5.
2.5 months, and you're
After
gonna.
Cassie.
Yep. And what do you want for your 9th birthday?
I don't know, but I just can't believe I'm gonna be 9 and Cassie's gonna be 14, which that's just impressive.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
And then Emma is.
Emma's going to be. Wait, she is 16. 17?
Yep.
She's gonna be 17.
Yep. And I will have no hair in about 4 months. All right, so here we give a little shout out to Craig Klein. He is rocking that brand new Ferrari 488 that just came out, and he also put a brand new paint job on that thing, so it looks wonderful. He did that work himself, so great job, Craig. We really like it. Shows up great on the stream.
I know what I want for my 9th birthday.
Oh, we're back to that now? Okay, go ahead.
I want cannolis.
Oh, we can do that. That's pretty easy. You want me to make them, or we're going to get them from a bakery, or we're going to...
Publix.
Publix? You don't want Dad to make them?
You can make cannolis?
Yeah, I can put a lot of extra chocolate chips in them.
No chocolate chips for you.
No, okay. All right. So how about we get back to racing?
Yes.
Because I'm sure, hey, talking about cannolis. Cannolis are Italian, and here we are at Monza. So there's a whole slew of Porsche. So there's a guy we haven't seen in quite a while. Is right there, Brad. Still hasn't changed his name. So
Old dirty.
yeah, glad to have Brad back, and in Audi, no less. We haven't seen an Audi in a while since Matt Jackson. Unfortunately, oh, there goes Andrew. Spun that McLaren around like a top, like one of those carnival things, sit and spins. I don't know what you would call it, but unfortunately, he did go around, still fighting to keep that back end behind him and the whole time. So back to Brad. I was talking about Matt Jackson used to drive the Audi every week for TN SCCA, but he got real busy with work and then ended up buying some property, selling his house, and buying some more stuff and moving and all sorts of crazy stuff. So hopefully we'll see him back again. But it's nice to see an Audi, but it's also nice to see Brad back. Speaking of moving, so Brad is put in for his retirement from the United States Armed Forces. I believe it was 20 years. And he is honorably discharged and retired, and he moves his family from Jacksonville somewhere in Texas, which I'm sorry I don't know about. So he's been moving across the country, is why we haven't seen him in a while. So that's probably why his picture hasn't changed much, but we are glad to have him back. As we get the middle of the pack, Matt, Carroll, Ryan, Zach, Matt, and Andy all in the pits now, as we're watching Brad circulate through the track here. And let's check up front. So these two front runners are tough. So Michael has been holding on to the lead, and they have dropped Jesse back to 2.5 seconds. I know that's not going to sit well with Jesse. And again, he probably has a plan. He's probably saving his tires. Speaking of tires, also in our 2 weeks off, a huge update again from iRacing, where they changed the tire model again, trying to make it better. And they, so far, the consensus is everybody really likes the new tire model that they have put out, especially on these GT3 cars. So we're really happy about that. All right, what you got, Lex? I've been talking so much about this, that, and the other.
Oh, that's fine. What was I going to say?
I don't know. You're going to say something while Tom Jessen here is giving chase to Vincent. 2 more laps until
I get to finally tell you who the mystery person is.
Yeah.
Also,
I love this shot, by the way. Go ahead.
Next week is another event.
Really? What kind of event?
It's sort of like the same event as like the last one. It was like the best square picture, and it doesn't have to be cats this time.
Who has the best banner?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be cats this time. Whatever you feel like, except for scary stuff and spiders. I have arachnophobia.
Okay. All right, giving some screen time here to Justin Hall, fastest of the Shut Up and Drive It guys. It's also nice to see those guys back. So with Brad back and Justin back and Eric back, I know he's been sporadic here and there. Bjorn, unfortunately, is not here this week because he is out of town for work, so he's away from his rig. So hopefully we'll see all 5 of those guys back here real quick.
What was I going to say?
I don't know. What were you going to say?
I'll just commentate.
Okay.
No idea what I was going to say. So, here we have Justin Hall.
Not Justin Smells.
Yes, sorry about that, Justin.
Does he smell because he's so old? You said you called him 100 years old before.
No, he is not old. How old is he actually? Oh, well,
he's young. He's young.
Okay, but for anyone out here watching, you're not old until you're 80.
Okay, well, I'm almost there.
No, you're not. You're like 17 tens away.
17 tens?
Yeah. That's just like forever.
170 years. Oh my goodness. All right, do you have the person that you will be riding with?
Yes. It's, wait for it. Try to guess.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Who is it?
It's Justin Dive Bomber.
Oh, okay. Let's.
Is that the right name, Justin?
Yep, there is. Oh, perfect timing.
Hi, Justin.
So there is the start-finish line, and this is the front straight by the pits, and they're getting into the most awful corner, which is called
Prima Valentina.
Prima Variante.
That sounds like pasta.
All right, and they're going through this section here called
Curva Berzerno.
Yeah, you got the curva right, but Besono. I think that's how it is. I don't know.
That also sounds like pasta.
Yes. And then coming up to this other chicane.
Secondia Veritana.
Seconda Variante. Sounds like pasta, right? And then
Not really.
we're the curvy's in right now.
One curva de lemon.
The Lesmo. And into the next one, which we're falling behind.
Two curva de lemon.
The second Lesmo.
Curva de sausage.
We're at that
Gravy.
little bit of a curva del Salagilo. I don't know. I'm messing up now too.
Verinici Ascar.
Variante Ascari. What's this? Straight
DJ
away.
Catnip. I just had to
And
say
into another one of the famous ones here at Mazda.
Curva Party Pool.
Curva Parabolica at Monza, not Mazda. Okay. All right. It's like herding grease cats in my head right now.
Wait, what are herding grease cats?
Well, let me grease up our cats and let's see if you can put them in the crate, okay?
Wait, what are you talking about?
All right. Well, thank you, Justin. And obviously, you're putting the fight back here to Michael Day. But thank you for allowing us to ride along with you.
Wait, we have to stay longer. I want him to do the crash.
No, we don't want him to crash.
I do.
That doesn't happen all the time. All right, so up front now, Ollie is in the lead, so he's taking the point on their two teammates going through, and Jesse has closed the gap from 2.5 down to 1.7. But from there back, it is a big gap to JP Southern.
Sorry, I had to burp.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Forget about the other event, and I just thought of a new event. The event.
Is it not burping?
No, I've done it before. It was like.
Yeah, I know.
So it's where it doesn't matter what the car is. Whoever changed their name to DJ Catnip gets to win the next race.
All right, we've got some eyes on Dean Dibdahl, our 14-year-old resident racer, and he is now catching up after he went off on the first corner. The first lap is now giving chase to these two guys, Michael and Justin, who have been swapping places left and right. And Justin, and they're about almost dead crazy in time with each other. Almost said something different I shouldn't have said. Oh man, look how close they were getting. Michael Day just goes a little bit wide to make sure. It might have been a little bit of contact. Didn't look like it. There was daylight here from this view, but we know that sometimes the simulator does give contact like a foot away or something like that. But what that does allow is Dean Dibdahl to move forward, and now he is giving chase for Justin Barrera.
Okay, I think Dean is a really good driver.
He is a good driver.
Is he better than you?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's not possible.
It sure is. Everyone's better than me.
No.
So I want to take a second right here. These two drivers, Justin Barrera and Dean Dibdahl, they actually teamed up for a charity race last week for the 4 hours at the Glen for Operation Motorsports, and they did it in the lower tier class in a GT4 Porsche 718, and those guys started second, and on the first 5 or 6 minutes took the lead. And from there on out, they never relinquished that lead and ended up with a 37-second gap to win their class. I'd also like to give a shout out to the other ZPM drivers, Ali and Daniel Ciro, who started on pole, were taken out from behind in the boot and did fight back to get third place. So congratulations to those two teams. They did an awesome job, did ZPM, very proud. And so it was a great watch. You can catch that on YouTube if you would like. All right, as we're going through here, there is this guy giving chase to the Spider-Man chicken leg Porsche 911.
Where? Spider-Man Porsche 911.
Yeah, so we have a couple good battles here. As Michael Day is just trying to poke his head through, and Zane Plumby is just trying to catch the draft. He's about 0.8 seconds back, and it pretty much stayed there for a while. And he's going to try to make a move on him at some point. Tom Jessen goes into the pits, and I don't see a big group of people pitting, but Dean, Justin, and Michael Day all hit some fast times as they went through with these guys going through here. So here we are. So there goes Dean. Dean did go past. Oh, and so did Michael Day. He actually caught the draft as well. And Justin wanted to make sure that he survived another day and let those guys go through, as Zane Plumley now is on the back of Eric Lightsey. So we'll keep an eye on those guys as we go back up to the front. Here's Justin Hall, who is now getting pressure from, well, looks like maybe a lapped car. That's not Vincent. Who's number 9? Is that Daniel?
I don't know.
Maybe. So yeah, so he did pit because he is in some of the lap traffic, because there is Banana Man, which we haven't talked about yet, but there he is in his yellow, slightly greenish, ripish Banana 911 GT3R. So yeah, with those guys pitting so early, they're kind of mixed in with some of the lap traffic right now, and that is Daniel back there giving chase. So he's could be in a lap down, so or a lap ahead. He's just trying to make sure that his pit stop is working out a little bit differently. All right, why don't you give out some points? Or you can go down the leaderboard. How about that?
Hooray! Check. In first place is Michael Cochran. In second place, which is probably very close behind, is Olivier Bellinger.
Yep.
I'm gonna make this sort of how the people who are on TV do it.
Okay.
The other people who aren't us. And third place, which might be a bit behind, is Jesse Olsen.
Not by much, only 0.5 seconds now.
Oh, nice. And fourth place is JP Southern. Southern.
Yep.
Fifth is Justin Hall.
Who doesn't smell?
Yes, he does not smell. Sixth place is Vision.
Not Marvel, Vincent.
Vincent
Cernudo.
Donut. And seventh place is Robert Elder. I know someone named Robert.
Yep.
Their last name. Michael Day in 8th place. 9th, Dean Dibdall. 10th is Justin Barrera. And 11th place is Eric Lightsky. 12th place is Zane Plumley, aka known as Dad. And
I think I am the dad of the group, though.
Wait, does no one else have children?
Yep, I don't know, but speaking of dad, the old guy goes through on the brakes.
Okay.
And again, I think Eric let me through there and making sure that we race for another day, because lo and behold, there has been several races where Eric and I probably have gotten together, and we want to make sure that we finish a race together, because we were having a lot of fun with this particular race this week. So I'm sorry, keep going.
No, that's fine. Eric Lightsky, Matt Carroll, Zach Holden.
Yep.
Ryan
Flannery.
I also know someone named Ryan.
Yep. Even though we're at Monza, he's not Italian.
In 16th place is Tom Jessen and Matthew Montalvo.
Yep, Montalvo. Yep, you got it.
Kevin Medina. I know someone named Kevin, but he's a cat. 19th is Bradley Alvis. Did I say it right?
Yep, you got it.
Bradley Alvis. And 20, Crispy Wells. Andrew Gatorade.
Yep.
And John
Stuplich.
And Daniel Kroger. Banana Man. Was that it?
Yes.
Oh, Kroger.
All right, so with that early pit stop, as we're talking about Justin Hall, that has moved him up to second place because Ollie and Jesse looks like they went ahead and took a pit early on while some of the front runners went in there and got their pit. So they might be coming in with lap 15. They almost have to be coming in this lap for these two guys. So we're going to keep the camera on them, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to go through pit lane. So here goes Michael right now and Justin. So that's going to give the lead back to Ollie, but we are going to, again, keep it here because we are going to watch how they actually come out. As you see, Zane Plummy back there, I thought that was Michael Cochran. I was confused with all these BMWs that all had the MSCC livery on it. So there goes Ollie into the lead, followed by Jesse in second. But how is this going to play out with these guys moving in? So there looks like Michael. Yep, that's Michael out of the front in the 777. So he comes back and retains the lead. Teammates here working really well together as Michael almost went too far into that corner coming out of the pits, but he regained it and was only losing a little bit of time. But now this is a three-way battle all the way up as everyone else looks like they are starting to get back into the pit cycles. This should be the last lap that everyone should be pitting on if they didn't pit once already. So Justin and Zane, the two teammates one time of Ford GTs, Justin has stuck with his Ford GT and has done really well with it, and he is moving up and just about ready to move in on a top 10 for him. So there goes Eric and they almost pull the Formula One move right there, but they decided to drive another day and make sure that they do not take each other out. All right, what you got, Lexi? What do you think of the race so far?
It is very, very good.
Yep. What do you like about it?
I like the silly names I can't pronounce.
Yep. Well,
and,
you have to learn Italian.
Yes. Wait, I don't think so.
No, you don't think so? Okay.
No, I don't really want to because it's fun how I can't pronounce them. Also, I like the funny pictures.
Yep, the funny pictures are good.
And being here on this nice non-fireworky day.
Why is it non-fireworky?
Because it's not night, and two, we're
speaking of, okay.
Not firework. Also, I heard someone say this in something. They were like, A, B, and D.
Oh boy, I don't even want to know. So here goes Dean and Michael Day at it again as Michael Day takes a little bit later line to try to do the over-under as Dean stretches it way far out. Now they're almost side by side coming through. Oh, you dropped the trophy. Side by side as this is going to be, yes, they are side by side as they cross the line. And Michael Day does have a little bit more speed and the inside line, so he will defend going into turn one. But what is Dean going to do? He hits a brake a little bit earlier and was going to take a little bit different line, hopefully to get a better launch right out of here as he closes up on the back of Michael Day and wasn't able to get much of a jump because you want to make sure he was not going to end up hitting him. So Tom here still giving chase to Ryan as they go through the back section of Ascari right now as they're making their way. Is that through Ascari? No, I'm sorry. That was the second one. That was the second Variante corners as they're going through the Lesmos right now. Dean Dibal still keeping chase with him as the rest of the field looks like they may have Daniel Sear hits pit lane again So he had to hit pit lane before to fix his car after that first accident when he was going through it backwards. And kudos to him for driving his mirrors that way. And he'd had to take his last one. So back to it. Here's the chase again. Zane Plumley still, second back from Eric, trying to get that spot. Oh, you know what we don't have up here is the shake and bake.
The shake and bake award?
Yeah.
What? What do you mean shake and bake?
There we go.
Oh.
All right.
We have a tie.
Yeah, we do have a tie.
Between you and Eric.
Yep. So if I can get in front of Eric, I can own it and take points away from him, or I could sit back and we both walk away with 3 points. So I will never tell you what I was thinking. So
I have an idea. I have an idea. If you get ahead of Eric, then you take both points. And winner takes all. Like all the points.
Yeah.
And then if he wins, winner also takes all. Also, they look like they're standing on a roof.
They are standing on the roof.
Yeah. So if Eric gets a point, then he is the winner and he takes all.
Yep. So here we go. Michael Cochran is out front by a second, and Jesse did get by Ollie. And sorry we missed that. Not running live. I don't have the ability to go back and actually see how that pass took place, but we're going to keep an eye on this. I know that everyone is. There's still a couple fights back there, with Tom, Dean, Zane, but with the lead here, these top 3 guys, it can go to anybody right now as they're going through to finish up lap 19. So they have 2 more laps to come through as Michael is pretty much in control. But I know Ollie is going to be doing some drafting tactics here somehow to figure out, as you can see, Jesse wanting to keep the inside line just a little bit, but so there goes Ollie. Ollie's going in on the inside. Is going to come down 2, and let's hope that they survive this turn 1. Right here as Ollie hits the brakes first, and Jesse goes in second, and he is going to fight another day. And let's move back to those guys. There we go.
Is your favorite thing right now, like at this time, racing? Like, is your favorite thing in Tennessee racing?
It's bourbon.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I just love living here.
I thought you didn't like living here.
Where did you get that from?
You?
No, I like living here.
You said like a year or months ago, you said
Maybe I didn't.
that the only thing that you liked was the fireflies in summer. Here.
No, that's not how I said that's the thing I like the most.
Oh.
Because it reminds me of the fireflies I used to see as a kid on the farm. I hadn't seen them in 30, 40 years, so that's why I like them. All right, how about we get back to the racing?
Yes.
Okay, because there's a lap and a half as we're on the tailpipe camera of Jesse Olsen, and you could see Ollie is all over the back of him. And let's go ahead and change views here and see if we can get a better shot of how this is going to work out for these guys. With Ollie keeping that. Whoa!
What happened?
I have no idea what happened.
Blinky's back.
I had moved the mouse and something happened and somebody went. So here we are. We are on the.
We are on the white flag.
Yep, and here he is. So he got the jump that he wanted to. He has the inside line, and he's probably gonna have to, Jesse is braking late. He definitely wants it, but they're gonna go 2 up into this corner so Jesse can defend on the inside. Michael takes a little bit line on the outside, and Jesse back out in front. But there is no love of space between these 2 guys as they go through. And let's get a side look as they go through. As now Ollie is now taking the outside line, which is going to set him up for the next set of corners through the second curve, as that does work out. And then these guys both curb hopping, cars in the air, front ends in the air as they go forward side by side, getting ready to go through the first Lesmo, and they're going to do it side by side. Just the way, I know I've been saying that a lot, but that's how they're driving. So Ollie now pulling through, got a better launch out of that corner, and this is going to give a chase. But I think knowing Jesse, he's probably sitting back to get a good run into this next set of corners so he can get back on the back straight and try to get him through the last corner, the Parabolica.
What?
Parabolica.
What?
Parabolica.
Holiday Hootie Woody?
Yes. All right, so did Jesse get that launch that he wanted out of that corner, out of Ascari? As now Ollie is weaving back and forth to want to get to the optimal line as we're getting through. I want to show Michael facing the line, but here we are on the last lap, coming up to the checkered flag right here.
Hardy Boudica?
Yes.
Is that right?
And there goes Michael Cochran, and it is a 1-2 finish. Look at that, as lights are flashing, a 1-2 finish for Tennessee Region SCCA, which they have not been able to put that together before. Jesse Olson comes in a hard-fought third, great for him. New guy JP Southern comes in 4th place, and there's Justin Fisk, who can catch some of the other action as the back as they come through. Here's Tom Jessen, not quite close enough to Ryan Flannery to come in and take that spot, but he does come through. Ryan does his fastest lap of the day on the last lap.
It's a tie for you and Eric. You both win, so
Yeah.
no one takes anything.
Yeah.
But you both win.
Well, we each get our own points. So there it is, coming into the last set of corners. Close, almost over half a second, but not quite enough to take the win, as Eric wins this week of the Battle of the Chicken Leg Boys.
Wait. Who? What?
The Chicken Leg Boys. All right, there's Matt Montalvo and Kevin Medina. Coming through here is Chris Wells, taking his last turn. I know he did have a spin early on. He wasn't very happy with that, but tried to keep a clean race as much as possible as he did. And there is Robert Elder coming through, followed by John. Oh, John blew an engine, had a last. Yep, he is going to be able to cross the line, though. Brad looks like he might have had a rough day his first week back. I know being away from the sim for a little while, you do lose a little bit of your speed, but he will no doubt be back in the top 10 like he used to be before. So congratulations to him. Rounding out the rest of the field is Andrew Daniel, Banana Man. Zach is in the pit, and Craig Klein unfortunately had to disconnect. He had power issues where the power went out during the race and whatnot. So, wow, that was a crazy race. What do you think about that?
That was a crazy race.
Yep, and unfortunately, I'm hitting all the buttons.
And nothing's happening.
And there we go. All right, how about you go down the final results?
Thank you. Wait, do you think that was too loud?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, why is there a fire truck?
In case there's a fire.
Okay. In first place is Michael Cochran, Olivier Bellinger, Jesse, JP, Justin,
Vincent.
Vincent, right. Matt, Ryan, Tom, Dean, Justin, Eric, you, Matthew, Kevin, Crispy Wells, Michael Day, Robert, John, Oil, Dirty Brad.
Oily Brad.
Oh, it's Oily Dirty
No,
Brad?
it's old. It's an old phrase. Keep going.
Old Dirty Brad. Andrew Gatorade. Daniel Kroger. Michael Celebration. Zach Holden. And Craig Klein.
Yep. All right. So thank you very much for that. And at the end of the race, it's time to say goodbye for another week. And next week, we're going to be at a brand new track for the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. We're going to be at Motegi. So please tune in as we go ahead and bring you some more great racing from our league. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of myself and Lexi.
How do you say goodbye? And thingamajig.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Yep, you got it. All right. Until next week. Thank you again.
Bye.